Yo, what's good? It's your boy D Reviews and heavy spoilers for Dragon Ball Z, the Namek, Captain Ginyu, and Frieza Sagas. You have been warned. So I pretty much watched Season 2 and Season 3 back to back. Crunchyroll doesn't even tell you which season you have started or finished, so it is what it is. But let's go from saga to saga. It was a lot of episodes. I mean, my gosh, we're talking nearly 60 episodes. But let's talk about the journey to Namek. It was cool seeing Bulma and Mr. Popo work together to try and get that one ship from working. Although Bulma didn't really like Mr. Popo when she first saw him. Again, the whole controversy surrounding his character, I think I'll leave it at that, but it was cool that she began to acknowledge him. I liked how Bulma, Krillin, and Gohan were the ones that were to go to Namek and to try and bring back their fallen comrades. I must admit, I liked some of the filler in between when they were up in space. One of the filler episodes with the children actually mentions Frieza, which was surprising because it's a filler episode, and for Frieza's name to be mentioned was a bit of a surprise. Even the whole sequence of events of Vegeta returning to planet Frieza to regenerate himself and then finding out about the fight between Goku and the others, all that was in a filler arc. If I had skipped those fillers, I would be so confused by what was happening. But overall, yeah, the journey to Namek was pretty nice. I did like seeing the bonds between Krillin, Gohan, and Bulma. It took me back to the OG Dragon Ball show that I watched initially in season 1, and I like how they kept cutting back to Goku in the hospital recovering, how he was so terrified of needles. This big muscular dude, he hasn't really grown up, he's still the same Goku. It's just a really warm, loving scene that, despite it being a filler, I'm here for it, dude. It's one of the reasons why I haven't watched the Kai version and just decided to watch the original Dragon Ball Z show. But sadly, once our heroes arrive on Namek, I think the initial episodes were a little bit dull and slow paced. Namek Village. Those episodes I found my mind wandering, but it is somewhere around this time where I was honestly quite shocked by this sudden change of events when it was revealed that Piccolo, Yamcha, Tien, and Chatsu were at King Kai's palace place. I was not expecting to see any of these characters come back. It was around the time when Goku took off to space and he discovered that all of his fallen comrades were safe and sound at King Kai's planet. I thought we would go this entire arc not seeing these characters until the very end, when they used the Dragon Balls to bring them back to life, so it was really nice seeing these characters all together, training together. This was when the arc started to really pick up and get more interesting. I liked seeing the dynamic between Piccolo, Tien, and Yamcha. I found it so entertaining seeing Piccolo just absolutely underestimate King Kai's training. The dude was not taking any of the training seriously, he was just chilling under a tree. But then when he finally fought with Tien and Yamcha, he realized that, oh my, I was wrong about King Kai. All the scenes of Goku training were really cool. That boy really put his body through the ringer. Moving back to the main storyline on Namek. Early on in my review, I mentioned how first half of this saga was a bit boring in my opinion. But sometime after Vegeta is defeated by Zarbon and he escapes Frieza's clutches once again, that's when the story started to get really intense and really interesting. It all seemed like a race against time to get the Dragon Balls. Vegeta decides to team up, quote unquote, with Gohan and Krillin to take out the Ginyu Force, who are without a doubt one of the most cringiest group I've ever seen when it comes to that dance they did. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it, but it was all in good faith, I suppose. And then we move from the Namek saga to the Captain Ginyu saga, where Goku arrives and just kicks butt. My gosh, the action is so cool. For a 90s anime, the action sequences are really impressive, considering they were made in Cell. This is the saga where Goku performs the Kaioken, where he just turns bright red and his hair starts to stick up. Watching this transformation made me realize how much Kishimoto took of inspiration from Dragon Ball when it came to making Naruto's Nine Tails Chakra mode. I must admit, I do like the voice acting in some of the Ginyu Force. Some of them have very different accents, British, American, and Australian, but this saga got really intense when Captain Ginyu possesses Goku's body and poor baby Gohan has to try and fight his dad, and the dude is just so devastated by having to do what he has to do, but with Krillin by his side, he's able to do what needs to be done. I've been enjoying the Gohan and Krillin buddy bond throughout this Z series. Krillin is always Gohan's cheerleader in a way, always trying to like push him to be better than he needs to be. but is always more caring than Piccolo in my opinion. Mate, I was dying of laughter when the battle ended with Ginyu switching his souls with a frog by mistake, and then you had that entire Bulma mini arc of her and that frog later on. But now we get to the best part of this entire season, which was the Frieza Saga. Vegeta actually helps out Goku, Gohan and Krillin to just recover and to take out Frieza, and I'm not gonna lie, in this arc of Goku being in that water chamber healing, I thought Vegeta was gonna change. I thought, oh, is he part of the team? That's cool. But no, he's still his old scummy self. And oh my gosh, when he finds out that Krillin and Gohan use the Dragon Balls behind his back, this dude is mad. I've never seen Vegeta this mad before so far in the series. And the voice actor did a phenomenal job with this performance. Like, even I got a little bit nervous when Vegeta came to confront them when they were using the Dragon Balls to revive their friends. Mate, Vegeta throughout this entire battle is an absolute mess. He acts so superior, wanting so much power, but he just can't do what needs to be done to take out Frieza, and he just starts breaking down. I was surprised to see Vegeta cry when he was telling Frieza that Goku is the legendary Super Saiyan who will kill him. And honestly, I just feel so conflicted with Vegeta. He is a bit of a prat and he's pretty damn villainous and heinous sometimes, but there is a side of him that is just filled with so much pain and frustration when he tells of how Frieza took him away from his father and threatened to kill him unless he followed his orders, and how Frieza still killed the king despite him following those orders. You just wonder what that does to a person, and you kind of see why Vegeta is the way he is. I could be misinterpreting what was said, but that's what I got out of it. But pretty much we have the final fight, Goku versus Frieza, and my gosh, it gets serious and it's intense. There is barely any jokes in this entire arc. I think Frieza is without a doubt the scummiest villain so far. His lack of empathy towards other people other than himself is just absolutely sickening to watch, and how he views all the Saiyans as apes and just below him, calling them monkeys over and over again. Man, screw Frieza. But this is the fight where we finally get to see Goku's Super Saiyan mode. Over the years, I have always known that Goku has turned into Super Saiyan. His hair glows yellow and his eyes change, and I had no idea how he was going to go Super Saiyan. Initially, I thought it was going to be this really awesome, cool moment of him with a smile on his face, with the upper hand, turning Super Saiyan for the first time, but no. How it happens in the anime is a lot darker and really sad. Goku watches his best friend Krillin get absolutely destroyed by Frieza in such a brutal way, and that anger and rage triggers his Super Saiyan mode. I just wasn't expecting this transformation to happen in such a really tragic and really sad moment. I thought the Super Saiyan mode would happen in a really hopeful, bright, optimistic moment, but no. Goku's demeanor also changes a little bit. He's much more serious in this mode. The way he's just shouting at Gohan to get out of the place as he's fighting Frieza. Never seen Goku actually yell to anyone like that besides his enemies. I'm just wondering, does this Super Saiyan mode also affect his emotions, his mental state? Is it triggered by his anger and thirst for battle? I don't know, I'm just a first time watcher, I'm just seeing this for what it is, but the fight was cool. Very, very cool. And it ended very unexpectedly. Some could say it's anticlimactic, but I thought it really fit the narrative of what was going on. Frieza throughout this entire arc has been so cocky, arrogant. He thinks he knows better than everyone else, but he wasn't even paying attention to his surroundings. He got sliced up by his own attack. The irony, I was just blown away by how he met his end. Goku even gives him a second chance. Frieza is out there begging him not to leave him on his own, and even we as the audience think, oh, he's just a little boy on the inside. Goku saves him, but Frieza, that SOB just doesn't even care. He attacks Goku despite Goku doing an act of kindness, and it was frustrating for both Goku and me. This whole situation just showed us that not everyone you save will show gratitude in the way you expect them to, and sometimes they will use your kindness against you. I mean, my gosh, it is what it is. Goku defeats Frieza, the planet's destroyed, but he disappears. While all of Goku's friends arrive back on Earth, they have to await news from King Kai. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very mixed on King Kai. He's a very pessimistic dude. Anytime Goku is thrown to the ground by Frieza, King Kai is, "Oh no, Goku has been defeated, it's all over for all of us." I mean, come on King Kai, at least have some faith, dude. But regardless, they're all back on Earth and their friends come back. It's all sunshine and rainbows, but Goku doesn't want to come back for some reason. Why? I found this part to be really fascinating. We all thought that he was dead and everyone was waiting for the dragon to bring him back, but to my surprise, Goku doesn't want to come back and he will come back when he's ready. I wonder if it's because he killed Frieza in the end and he didn't want to kill Frieza and now he feels conflicted by the whole situation and he needs time to himself, but we just gotta wait and see. But overall, that is it. Those were season 2 and season 3 of the Freiza Saga. Overall, I personally preferred the first season a little bit more. I think the story in that first season was a little bit tight and it got to the point a bit better. The pacing was a little bit sluggish at times. I just can't imagine how it was for people watching this show for the first time, watching 20 minutes per week. From 67 to 68, I know that the voice actors went back to redub the first 67 episodes, but after that we are now hearing the original Funimation dubs from like the late 90s, and I think most of the voices sound fine. It's just Yamcha and Goku sound a little bit odd to me. Sometimes, particularly Goku, he's very Superman-esque. The way he talks is all about justice and for peace. Very Superman Man of Steel-esque, in my opinion. But at least it's the same voice actor, and there are hundreds and hundreds of episodes to go, so I'm guessing this voice dude is going to improve over time. But yeah, the first 2 sagas of Namek and the Ginyu Force was a little bit boring, in my opinion. I struggled to stay awake, but once we got to Frieza and Goku was battling him and teaming up with Vegeta, all that stuff was really good in the end. So overall, I'm going to give this entire saga 7.2 out of 10. Tell me in the comments down below, what did you guys think of this saga? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Like for more Dragon Ball reviews and all that jazz. But thank you for watching, and as always, a boy did a review, signing out.